Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Gun.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Ready.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 3rd down, Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Crunch. Say, hey!
On 4th down, Newton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
On the ready. Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Man, that's trash. Mike Smith. Mike 54. Push him back. Hey, watch out. Check, Mike. 2.
On 1st and 10, Townsend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 31-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the right side here with Smith. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not that. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Newton now to throw.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check it back. Check it back. Go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And that'll set them back 5. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Ready, ready, ready. Go, go, go. Gun. Ready.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Newton now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
58, boys, 58, Mike. It's our time. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Buffalo.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoom. Mike 54. Right there. 54, right there.
Operating from the gun, Townsend. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Being chased out left, and it's incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's caught by Davis. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Off play action. Long. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2nd and 12. At the 34-yard line.
It's a party now.
Long to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that one. And the pressure gets to him again.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt.
That's all right, baby. Going the other way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on first down. Townsend. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Go, go.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 54, spin it.
On first down, Townsend got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend steps away to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard.
Let him know, let him know.
Topper, topper.
Hatch it.
Hey, wahoo. Now.
From the gun, Townsend. It's caught. Smith. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
He's checking.
On 4th down, Townsend. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. This will be fielded at the 6. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check safety, check safety. Check 24, check 24.
Hey, Delta. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Townsend, Dixon, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7.
Brings up 4 inches.
Right there.
From the gun on third down, Townsend. And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Say go.
Back to throw. Townsend. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the Dolphins' 48-yard line.
Mike's 50.
2nd and 2. Buying time to his left.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Come on, set.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Watch
Smooth.
the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Townsend. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 50. Check 50.
5.
To throw again. Townsend. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
54. Drop deep, drop deep.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Townsend. And this one complete to Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Jet bomber.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Blue draw Corker. Shoot.
Back to throw. Townsend. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Go.
Off the play fake. Townsend. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To Johnson again. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Off play action. Townsend. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked.
He's got a man complete. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first and 10, Newton. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. From the 50, Newton. Dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On the ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that...
It got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Townsend. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Hey, box drop.
On first and 10, Townsend. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
X3, 218, chop it. Go. Hey, wahoo. Hey, one set. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Townsend. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again. Townsend completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Hey, Townsend.
From the gun on third down. Townsend nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On fourth down, Townsend. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, 1 set.
2nd and 5. And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Townsend looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Ready.
On 4th down, Townsend. And this is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The throw over the middle, taken in. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Not today.
On 4th down, Newton completes it to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Five.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 41. Watch 41. Check. 45.
Now.
To throw on second down. Townsend. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Townsend. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Topper.
Rush in. Check 31.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 3. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off-play action. Townsend completes it to Dixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, Orbit. Big River.
On first down, Townsend, throw left side complete. It's Dixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
No.
One final shot. They'll look to throw, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.